Alright, so check this out. Debris, if I press start, I get a new player. Same old business. If I start moving them off this way, we'll eventually reset onto a new layer. And just 1 second. Oop, so I got reset. Add another player. You'll see that this player sees him, but no longer does. And no longer does this player see this background. I move this player off, and I hop in another player. Eventually, they'll start saying different things. And so now I'm right down here in the bottom right. It's a fourth player. And each of these guys is in their own different sector. See, even though they're respawning back to 0, 0, they're not seeing each other. They're seeing the UI elements, and I'll work on that next. But yeah, so this means the multi-sector gameplay is working. Whereas before, I can show you actually that it's all on the same layer. Check this out. So start. See this player? And he's on layer 0. I'm going to spawn another player. This player is also on layer 0. And then when player 1 jumps, he should hop into a different layer. Here you can see it. Wait for it. There he is. Now he's on layer 3 for whatever reason. This guy's on layer 2. This person's going to hop onto a different layer. And I can show you here I have this thing called a sector manager, which is handling how many sectors are in use. Should only be 4 at any one time. Sector 0 is active, sector 3 is active, and now sector 2 is active. Probably if I hop another player, sector... we should... Oh yeah, these guys are in the same sector. Alright. Maybe they'll split up now, actually. But yeah, so it's handling them all different layers. There you go. All 4 layers maxed out because all 4 players are on different layers. And each of their camera is rendering different layers, which is cool. And each camera also has different viewport recs because that's how we handle local multiplayer cameras. And that's just based off of how many players there are in the game and stuff like that. So if there's only 2 players, it'll only split it, split screen. If not, I'll split it 4 ways like this. And yeah. So now we could start. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. But they're all technically in the same area. Like, watch, they keep respawning to the same point in space. Where is it? Where is that point in space? Yeah, so they respawn here, the origin. See one respawn there. So they're all technically in the same location, in the same scene in Unity. Right? They're not. Nothing's changing about that. They're sharing the space, which is cool. But for them, they're experiencing completely different things. And that is the intention behind the way I'm going to be handling local multiplayer and the hopes I have for it. And thanks to my little sector manager script, which was surprisingly hard to put together, yeah, that's now a possibility. Another thing before I go is this references script. I started realizing that I was making a lot of references to prefabs and things like this, and style, like fonts, and I thought I'd just throw it on a static class and reference it from wherever I need to. So instead of having these prefab things being saved on every single object that needs reference to it, I could just have all the prefabs under one script. So yeah, that's cool. Sector manager script. I don't know if there's anything cool to see there. Probably not. But let's find out. It was surprisingly complicated. I don't know why. Just was. It's just super stupidly complicated. Player. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to stop the YouTube video and look at it, you can check it out. But basically the player says, hey, I'm entering this new sector. Do I need a new layer for this new sector? If it does, it creates a new layer and registers it for that sector. If not, it grabs the layer of the sector that's currently in use. And yeah, on my camera script, here's the code to break it up based on player count. So I reference my game manager. I've been adding to the player count from when I add players in. So if there's one player, it takes up the full rect. If there's two players, I do it split screen. I think this splits it. Oh, this splits it. That's not what I want. Whoopsie daisy. That's not what I want. I'm not sure anymore. It's too late. I'm too tired. And as player 3, it keeps one of them at the bottom. And then if not, I'm confusing myself. And if it's 4 players, they each get a corner. So yeah, that's today in Debris. Thanks for watching and wish me luck. Bye. And to go to bed. Peace out.